The summer evening in Boston was warm, and the air buzzed with excitement as fans gathered for a spectacular outdoor concert. The sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the crowd, filling the atmosphere with a sense of anticipation. Rows of people filled the grassy field of the iconic venue, with families sprawled on blankets and friends dancing near the stage. Laughter and chatter mingled in the air, creating a lively backdrop for the night ahead. As the time for Elton John to take the stage drew closer, fans shared stories of their favorite songs and cherished memories tied to his music. The energy surged as concertgoers waved glow sticks and chatted animatedly about which songs they hoped to hear. Children ran around, their laughter echoing through the gathering crowd, while parents captured moments on their cameras. Finally, as darkness enveloped the sky, colorful lights illuminated the stage. The audience erupted into cheers and applause when Elton John appeared, dressed in his signature flamboyant style. His piano sparkled under the bright lights like a jewel among stars. With a beaming smile, he greeted his fans, who sang along enthusiastically to his classics. The music started to play, and everyone found themselves lost in a world of melody and rhythm. As Elton poured his heart into each song, it felt like magic hung in the air, connecting everyone present. Little did they know that an unexpected moment was about to break through this enchanting atmosphere, a moment that would transform an already memorable night into something extraordinary. In those few minutes before Max's shout, there was a tranquil lull that created space for what was to come, an unforgettable interaction between an artist and a young fan that would be etched in memory forever. Among the excited crowd that night was a bright-eyed boy named Max Whitaker. At just 6 years old, Max had already developed a deep love for music, especially the songs of Elton John. His favorite was "Rocket Man," a track he would sing with enthusiasm at home, often belting out the lyrics while spinning around in his living room. Music filled his world with joy, and each note felt like magic to him. Max's parents recognized their son's passion and wanted to give him an unforgettable experience. When they learned that Elton John was performing in Boston, they eagerly bought tickets, knowing how much this concert would mean to their little boy. They arrived early, setting up their blanket close to the stage so that Max could see his idol up close. The evening promised to be special for the entire family. As they settled in, Max's eyes sparkled with wonder, taking in the vibrant lights and the buzzing energy of the crowd. He watched as fans danced and sang along to familiar tunes, feeling a sense of belonging among them. The concert was not just an event, it was a celebration of music that connected everyone present. Max's excitement grew as he waited for Elton to perform his favorite songs. In his heart, he hoped for a chance to show his love for the music that brought him so much happiness. Little did he know that his moment was just around the corner. As Elton began to play and the crowd became absorbed in the melodies, Max felt a mix of nerves and exhilaration building inside him, a feeling that would soon lead to a magical interaction that changed everything. As the concert progressed, the energy in the air ebbed and flowed with each song. The crowd swayed, lost in the melodies, when suddenly, a brief lull settled over the audience. It was during this quiet moment that 6-year-old Max felt an overwhelming surge of excitement. He couldn't contain himself anymore. He had to express his love for his favorite song. With pure enthusiasm spilling out of him, Max shouted, "Rocket Man!" His small voice rang out clearly above the stillness, instantly capturing the attention of everyone nearby. A wave of laughter rippled through the crowd as people turned to see who had boldly called out. The unexpected shout broke the silence like a spark igniting a fire. Elton John, perched at his grand piano, heard the tiny voice and paused mid-performance. A smile bloomed on his face as he looked out into the sea of fans searching for the little boy who dared to call out. "Max!" he exclaimed playfully, and the audience erupted in cheers and applause, delighted by this spontaneous moment. As the laughter faded, Elton raised a hand, asking for silence from the crowd. He leaned forward, locking eyes with Max, who was now wide-eyed and beaming with joy. "This one's for you," Elton announced warmly, dedicating "Rocket Man" to his young fan. The atmosphere shifted dramatically. What had been a quiet moment transformed into a celebration of music and connection. As Elton began to play the iconic song, he turned to face Max directly, bringing a huge smile to the boy's face. The crowd cheered even louder, sharing in this unique bond formed between an artist and his youngest fan on that unforgettable summer night. As the cheers from the crowd began to settle after Max's exuberant shout, Elton John's eyes sparkled with delight. He was known for his playful spirit, and in that instant, he could not contain a hearty laugh that echoed across the stage. "I love it!" he exclaimed, clearly amused by the courage of his young fan. The audience joined in on the laughter, warmed by this spontaneous exchange. Elton took a moment to soak in the lively atmosphere, looking out over the sea of faces that had turned towards Max. He truly cherished moments like this, those connections with his fans that turned concerts into special memories. With a twinkle in his eye, he engaged the crowd, saying, "Can we get a round of applause for Max?" The audience erupted into enthusiastic clapping and cheers, recognizing the special moment unfolding before them. After allowing the excitement to build for a moment longer, Elton raised his hands and called for silence. His voice carried a sense of authority mixed with affection as he said, "All right, everyone. Let's give our little friend here a moment." The crowd quieted down, eager to see what would come next. With all eyes on him and Max now glowing with pride, Elton leaned forward from his piano. "Max," he addressed the young boy directly, "this one's for you." It was a gesture that made Max feel like he was at the center of the universe at that moment. As Elton began to play the opening notes of Rocket Man, it felt as if time stood still. The mood shifted brilliantly. What started as a quiet night morphed into an unforgettable celebration filled with joy and connection, a tribute not just to Elton's music but also to the power of spontaneity and shared moments that bring people together. As Elton John began to play the familiar melody of Rocket Man, he turned his attention fully to Max, who was beaming with joy. The entire crowd felt the warmth of this moment. It was a rare sight to see such a personal connection between a star and a young fan. Elton's dedication was not just words, it came from a genuine place in his heart, and everyone present could sense that. Looking directly at Max, Elton said, "This one's for you, buddy." The simplicity of the statement made it even more powerful. It wasn't just an acknowledgement but an embrace of the boy's enthusiasm, a validation of his youthful passion for music. As the notes floated through the air, Max felt like he was floating along with them. Elton's performance transformed into something extraordinary as he played with extra emotion, pouring all his energy into each lyric. The audience watched in awe as they saw how the song took on new meaning in that moment. It wasn't just a classic track, it became an anthem celebrating the special bond between artists and their fans, especially those who are young and full of dreams. With each chorus sung, the crowd joined in, clapping and swaying together as if they were part of a grand family reunion. Max sang along with glee, feeling incredibly special as he shared this moment with thousands of people around him, each one united by music. As Rocket Man reached its dramatic climax, laughter and cheers erupted among audience members, creating a ripple effect of joy that enhanced the overall experience. It encapsulated what concerts were meant to be, a coming together of souls through the power of music, where age didn't matter, only the love for melodies and shared experiences did. That evening would forever remain etched in the hearts of everyone present as they remembered how one little shout changed everything. As the opening chords of Rocket Man filled the air, Elton John positioned himself squarely to face Max, who was now visibly glowing with excitement. The crowd watched in rapt attention, sensing that this performance was not just another rendition of a classic song but something truly special. Elton's gaze locked onto Max, and it felt as if the entire concert had narrowed down to this one boy. With every note played, Elton infused the music with an energy that resonated throughout the venue. He sang with passion, his voice soaring as he poured his heart into the lyrics, making each word feel personal. The crowd swayed in unison, captivated by both the music and the unique interaction taking place on stage. It was a moment where time seemed to stand still, and everyone felt connected through the power of song. Max sang along joyfully, his small voice mingling with Elton's rich tones, creating a beautiful harmony that echoed across the outdoor space. The audience couldn't help but smile at the sight of Max's unfiltered joy. His enthusiasm was infectious. As they clapped and cheered, it felt like they were all part of a grand celebration rather than mere spectators. Elton continued to engage with Max throughout the performance, occasionally glancing at him with a warm smile or a wink. This connection elevated the experience for everyone present. It transformed Rocket Man into an anthem not just of nostalgia but of shared joy and dreams. As they reached the climactic finale of the song, cheers erupted from the crowd in waves of excitement and appreciation. Fans stood on their feet, applauding wildly for both Elton's incredible performance and Max's unforgettable moment in the spotlight. The night had shifted into a joyous celebration filled with laughter and love, one that would be talked about for years to come. As Elton John began to play Rocket Man, the change in atmosphere was palpable. What had been a quiet moment moments before transformed into a whirlwind of joy and energy. The audience, initially lulled by the gentle rhythm of the concert, erupted into cheers and laughter. They felt the excitement buzzing around them, and it seemed as if every person present had come alive with enthusiasm. Max sat mesmerized, eyes wide with delight, fully aware that this was his moment in the spotlight. The crowd around him swelled with appreciation for both Max's bold shout and Elton's dedicated performance. People leaned in closer, straining to capture every detail of this heartfelt interaction. There were smiles everywhere, and even many grown-ups remembered their own childhood dreams as they watched Max's infectious joy unfold. As Elton continued singing, he interacted more with Max, sharing knowing glances and playful gestures that made the boy beam even brighter. The initial gasp of surprise gave way to joyous shouts. Fans began to clap along rhythmically, their bodies swaying to the music as they celebrated this unexpected twist in the concert. With each verse sung, excitement built among the audience. They cheered louder, embracing this special moment as if they were not just observers but active participants in a shared celebration. The entire venue radiated warmth. It was clear that everyone felt a part of something magical, a connection created through music and spontaneity. As Rocket Man reached its iconic chorus, the crowd united in a chorus of claps and laughter, fully immersed in a collective memory that would linger long after the final notes faded away. It was more than just a song. It was a testament to the joy found in unexpected moments, and the power of music to bring people together. This night would forever be remembered as a high point of joy and unity for all who attended. The memorable concert in Boston quickly became a cherished story among fans, illustrating the power of spontaneity in live music. For many who attended, that night was not just another concert. It was a defining moment in their Elton John experience that they would retell for years to come. The image of a 6-year-old boy joyfully shouting, "Rocket Man!" and receiving a personal dedication from his idol left an indelible mark on everyone present. Fans often reminisced about how this unexpected interaction showcased Elton's warm-hearted nature. It served as a reminder of the connections that can be forged through music, transcending age and background. Conversations emerged around the excitement of being part of something special, where a single child's voice could influence an internationally renowned artist and change the course of an evening. In the years following the concert, Max's story became somewhat legendary within fan circles. Many people began sharing photos and memories from that magical night on social media. Various fan forums buzzed with lively discussions about what they had witnessed, detailing how the atmosphere transitioned from quiet anticipation to collective joy in such a short period. Elton often recalled this event during interviews, highlighting it as one of his favorite concert moments. He appreciated how it embodied what live performances are all about, the shared experiences and emotional connections formed between artist and audience. This night represented more than a highlight in Elton John's career. It became a testament to the idea that music has the remarkable ability to bring people together. Fans continued to celebrate and share this unique interaction as it reminded them all that magic can happen unexpectedly, creating lasting memories that resonate far beyond just melodies and lyrics. For 6-year-old Max Whitaker, the concert was a dream come true, and in his young heart, he had no idea how momentous the night would become. when he first shouted, "Rocket Man!" he felt a rush of excitement mixed with a little nervousness. It was an impulsive act driven by pure joy. His favorite song was being performed live right before his eyes. When Elton John smiled and acknowledged him, it felt like the whole world had shifted just for him. As Elton dedicated the song to him, Max could hardly contain his happiness. He felt as though he was floating on air, completely wrapped up in the magic of being recognized by someone he admired so deeply. It wasn't just that Elton was famous. It was the warmth and kindness in Elton's voice when he said, "This one's for you." Max realized that this moment wasn't simply about music. It was a connection that made him feel seen and valued. Listening to Elton sing, "Rocket Man," while looking directly at him filled Max with an overwhelming sense of joy. Each word resonated not just as lyrics but as an affirmation of his love for music. Surrounded by family and thousands of fellow fans, each clapping and cheering along with him created an electric atmosphere filled with shared happiness. This experience made Max feel like he was part of something special, a vibrant community brought together by their love for Elton's music. In the years that followed, memories of that night stayed vivid. Max often reminisced about how one unexpected moment became a cornerstone of his childhood memories and ignited his passion for music even further. That concert wasn't just an event, it became a defining memory, reminding him that boldness and enthusiasm can create unforgettable moments that last a lifetime. For Max, this magical evening proved that music truly has the power to connect people across any divide. The unforgettable evening at the Boston concert serves as a shining example of how music has the profound power to create connections and memorable experiences. Max Whitaker's simple shout of, "Rocket Man!" transformed an ordinary moment into something extraordinary, illustrating how even a small act can resonate deeply within a community. This spontaneous interaction between a young fan and a legendary artist highlights the magic of live performances, where unexpected moments can lead to lasting joy. Elton John's response to Max not only spoke volumes about his character but also demonstrated the importance of acknowledging fans, regardless of their age. Music has a unique ability to break down barriers and foster connections among strangers, uniting them in shared enthusiasm and passion. In that fleeting moment, as Elton dedicated the song to Max, an entire audience became part of a collective memory that would be cherished for years to come. The atmosphere shifted dramatically from quiet anticipation to vibrant celebration, showcasing how music can electrify a crowd and change the mood in an instant. As fans cheered and clapped together, they became woven into the fabric of a beautiful memory, a testament to the joy that music can bring into our lives. This night reminded everyone present that magic can happen unexpectedly, sparked by courage and spontaneity. It is a call to embrace those moments in life when the unanticipated occurs, as they often lead to the most cherished memories. For Max and countless fans who were part of that concert, that evening solidified their belief in the power of music, a force that connects hearts, transcends boundaries, and creates lasting joy for generations. Every concert has the potential to be special, but some become legends, forever marking the lives they touch.